So, the current plan is the mob spawn over there kind of exploded. So, a replacement will be needed. Also, more diamonds will have to be collected in order to fix the little mistake over here. And in the process of that, more ores will be acquired that can then be fed back into it to replace the losses. Okay, cool. But one of these things will have to come first. So, I'll have to make another attempt at mob spawner. The previous thing over here, it was decent. I liked it conceptually, but like all good things, it must come to an end. Just even this out a little bit. So I was thinking, the skyblock model is absolutely in no way practical. Just think of how many blocks I would have to carve out one by one. Oh, it would take forever. And my equipment might break and I don't have the diamonds to replace this. I'd have to do iron, but I also don't have enough iron to replace. I do have 50 cobblestone, so I could replace it eventually, but it would take so much clicking. And it would take forever. I might not even finish it. So, instead, what I was thinking was refining the idea I had earlier as sort of a fallback plan. Because the main problem this had was the way I accessed them. But what if that was fixed? Because at the moment, there's just the door that leads in, and then they're all... I have to just hope they're at the door, because they might not even be at the door. Then I have to go in to get them. Otherwise, I'm just wasting a rare mob spawn. Yeah, that's a couple bones I'm missing out on. I can't do that. So, the idea is to sort of make, I guess you could call it like a moat around it. I'm not sure how big I want the actual place to be, because I want it enough that it gives me room to operate if I desperately need to, but at the same time it won't, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I'm thinking here. I'm not entirely sure if it will work out the way I'm thinking. Certainly the previous plan didn't. But at the very least, I'm making room. So if I desperately need to, I can use the previous way of doing things. That I'm familiar with. The skyblock way of doing things. Part of the reason I'm so hesitant is simply because, does this look like a sky to you? Didn't think so. Okay. No, those are too low. I don't think the slabs were a problem. I think the slabs were actually a pretty good idea. So then the idea is just punch below there. I'll just make a crafting table over here, it's fine. Alright, there's probably an overabundance of slabs, but counterpoint, they're neat. I'm also going to have to get the lighting set up well because I want them to just be able to spawn inside, but I don't want them to spawn like in this because there's no room to maneuver around skeletons. So I'm probably also going to have to add some depth here, even if only to give the torch room to not ruin everything while still helping. So some depth will be needed. That's what I'm thinking. What about that? I think that works. Yeah, that's about as good as it's probably going to be. Okay, I like this design. Add some depth. We'll add some height to the depth, simply because, well, that one Enderman that spawned earlier was kind of freaky, and I want to see what he will try to do. Also, my cobblestone inventory is getting a little full, so let me just convert this to something a little bit more usable, and then I can pick this up. Okay, inventory is filling up, so there's only one solution. Everything is ultimately for the sake of getting gravel for the diamonds. It's just a matter of where I got the cobblestone for it all from. And I could get it from my infinite source that I built, but like, let's be real, that infinite source is I kind of just built it so I wouldn't soft lock myself on accident. That's the only reason it exists. It's not a particularly bad reason. Like, preemptive anti-soft block measures are always a good thing. So. I think the noise is coming from over here. No, it still has power. Okay. So it's good to just check on it from time to time. Let's add more cobblestone. I don't need the lava right now, but I will for the obsidian, because I want to see, did they do it like the stone block setup is just this but netherrack? Or it's a completely normal? I don't think they would put this much effort in, even though it's a whole bunch of mods put together, but they still had to make some effort. I'm absolutely sure they had to do some effort, at the very least, just to make sure there'd be no funny business, that they would all work together, that there wasn't like 5 different types of tin that you had together with 5 different methods. No, instead just do one through the sieve, useful for multiple different mods. But I'm sure that took effort. So, anyways, I'm sure that mod pack that put in that much effort would do something interesting in the Nether. I'm sure. Ah, yes. Osmium. Mm-hmm. Yep. That is certainly. Oh yeah, I was just talking about you, Tim. Yeah, osmium. That's osmium. What do you do? Hmm. Okay. Well, I do have to admit the sword looks cool. I'll give it that. It may not have much practical value, let's be honest, but I think the sword does look cool. Or maybe it does have practical value. I have no idea. But for the time being, I think it's kind of useless. But hey, I won't take away the fact that it does look a little bit cool, okay? I will give it that. Let's see. I look down, the first thing I see on the floor is lapis. I cannot escape the lapis. It haunts me everywhere I go. I'm sure I'll find a use for it eventually. Just like how osmium has a really cool sword, right? Right, Lapis? You'll become useful one day? Right? Do you have like a cool shovel or something? They have a fidget spinner. They have a fidget spinner whose name sounds uh, like it's a well, exactly like it's a fidget spinner. Fidget spinner, actually. Hello, yes, welcome. I hope you enjoy our new fidget spinner brand, the Singularity. Yeah, that's Okay, Slime Chunk, I have high expectations for you. And Yes, the normal biome is Extreme Hills, and over there is Extreme Hills slime. Get it? Because the entire map is just one big pile of stone. Except unlike actual Extreme Hills, there's no emerald. There's plenty of lapis, but there's no emerald. Over here, see? This is Extreme Hills slime. You walk forward a bit, it stops being that, but then you walk over. So I don't know how to define the borders of the slime chunk. Maybe there's multiple. That would make sense, actually. Alright, let's see. I think that's iron or copper. Useful. Let's see, I've been saying silence too long. Let's see, what have I... Okay, it was copper. Uh... I'm gonna put that there just so I can feel the weight of it entering my hand. Oh, 2 diamonds! And only 1 lapis? This is incredible. Yes, please. In fact, I'm going to check something. For the sieve. It's 1% chance for 1, by the way. Not for 2, for 1. And it becomes 3% if I use a diamond mesh. Excuse me? What? Huh? Um, okay, store all of that. Let's see. Yes, I do still have some string. Boom. I'm not doing it for the quest, I'm doing it for the better chance of getting a diamond. The next in the quest is pick up an auto-sieve, stack it on top of this maybe, and let that do the work. But oh yeah, I also have to put this away. Alright, so I may have used up all of my diamonds, but It's for 2% chance extra for diamonds in the future. A really good investment. I'll use my X3 on a pickaxe. I'll pick up obsidian. I'll go to the nether, and I'll see if there's anything interesting going on. Did I just see more lapis? I really shouldn't complain because there is a chance that just nothing gets rolled, and it's probably better than nothing. But like, I do want a different blue object. If you know what I'm saying. I kind of don't want lapis. I don't have an enchanting table. No leather. Because if you may have noticed, no grass. I don't think you can just bone meal dirt. I don't think that's how it works. Okay. I still have a few stacks of cobblestone to blow on getting this all set up for my digs. After all, this is underground. Doing anything gets me a ton of cobble. If there's anything I lack, it's not this. I just have to roll the gacha wheel. If only there was a way to, like, do a 10 roll of cobblestone. Well, it'd be gravel, really, because you can't sieve cobblestone, it's too big. But if I could do a 10 roll of gravel, I think that would really help my odds of at least pretending. It would help my odds. Even if it really didn't. Alright. Next up, I will stand in front of this mesh. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna count. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now multiply approximately 3 by 64, and that is how long I have to sit here and wait. At least I get iron. I will reclaim my iron blocks if it destroys me. I will reclaim those blocks. Come on, diamond. Okay, that's cool, but I would like a diamond. I don't know what that was. Probably not very useful. And let's see. What about this? Was that a lapis? I think that was just another lapis and a bit of iron, or is it copper? I think that's an emerald. Okay. It certainly is giving me a lot of iron. And I think that was another lapis. Bit of tin. I think another bit of lapis. Eventually I'm just going to have a whole chest filled with lapis. Or I could make armor out of it, maybe? Maybe, I think I saw that in the search menu, but... Alright, let's see. 30 iron. What? Oh. Um. Hello? Um. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so there are wrenches. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, did I skip that one because I didn't make a stone pickaxe? Oh, I'm supposed to get it from lighting bedrock on fire. That's what that thing earlier was. Uh, okay. Okay, but what's the point of it? Sterling decoration version? Uh, but but why would I make one when I could? I see why now. Why I would choose to use the infinite power of the void. Because yeah, I'm not doing all that. Oh, thank you, Diamond. Yeah, I think one of my options are harness the infinite power of the void, or engage in whatever all that stuff is. Yeah, I think I'm using the infinite powers of the void, which can definitely, most likely, absolutely never go wrong and come back to bite anyone. No, they wouldn't do that to me. They, they wouldn't, because they know what's good for them. Anyways, navigating around this is getting a little annoying. Just drop that back, boy. More apples. Okay. Alright, just going to keep on keeping on. For all I know, the first bit of this gravel, what I give me a diamond, and I could already go to the nether, but actually, do I have enough lava? Let's just make sure I really do have enough lava. For at least half, ideally. It's probably like 3 more blocks, plus the one I already have. Because you really don't need that much obsidian. Let's go to the nether. Typically, your lava problems are solved. Alright, gravel, come on, give me a diamond. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, there's just nothing. I don't know what that was. I couldn't see it, picked it up too fast. I'm sure that was something useful. I am aware that I do in fact have all the diamonds I need. I just want to get rid of the stack while I'm here. Alright, let's see. Pretty decent.